And this is a game for grit, determination, and somehow finding a way not to panic. What a horrible start for them. I mean, they haven't won a game yet. So now, as a quarterback, you're not just talking to your team. You've got to demonstrate to them what they need to do to win. He's got to be the leader by how he plays.
On first down at Stafford. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. The #1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop it. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This is brought in at the 21. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. On first down, Delgado. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
Now a throw here to his running back. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And pretty good running as he'll be close to a 1st down at the Falcons' 40-yard line. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Malik Harrison came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. Operating from the gun, Delgado. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 22-yard line.
And, partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
A check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. 21 carries, 129 yards.
They've got a nice scheme going right now, and they run the football pretty well. In fact, I was talking with him on the field before the game, and he said he's starting to hear from the guys ahead of him on the rushing yardage total, and they want to know if he's going to jump up there and join them at the top of the list.
Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the 1st quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside.
And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Anthony Schwartz, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns have taken the early lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
The rushing numbers for Gaskin last week. 23 carries, 92 yards.
After the last game, they have plenty of reason to be confident in their running game. And even though they're facing a top 10 defense, they're not going to shy away from doing what they do best. Make them adjust to them. Make them stop what they do before they go to any type of a changeup.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 46. On the handoff, it's Gaskin. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Meanwhile, Stafford's throw into the hands of Pitts here.
Here we go.
Second quarter now, Falcon football. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, Stafford. Right back to Pitts again. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Now a 2nd down and 6. Back to throw, Stafford. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
On 1st down, Stafford here. Got this complete to the tight end Pitts. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Again, it's Stafford. This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Now Nick Chubb of the Browns gets set for their next possession. Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that that carries over now to October because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was, and we all know where it started at the end of last season, right? All the offseason preparation, the weight workouts, the sprints, right? The vision that he had, what he was going to do this season. And, of course, it all came together with the rest of the team. Those big fellas up front, leverage, and, boy, are they getting downfield and creating extra blocks for him.
They really are. Everyone's been doing their job so far to create those holes. On 1st and 10, Delgado. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, there's so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And, partner, I know hindsight's always 20/20, but, man, just in general, those laterals, they can be so risky, and we see the risk that can be involved right there.
And you just have to know, and we've seen it because we've been at a lot of practices. It's not something that's practiced very often. You know, in that situation, you don't see guys really working on it. Maybe like we're bringing the rugby guys in to help us with tackling, maybe we ask them to help us with the laterals as well and make that a better play.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. Isaiah Oliver there on the tackle.
It's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I'm looking at this one with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
And he is going to have the Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down.
Throwing on 1st down, Delgado. He'll get that complete to Alberto. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. 52 yards rushing for him now to this point.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
2nd down, here's Chubb again. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Looking to throw. Delgado. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Anthony Schwartz with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Browns have taken the lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This taken in at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Here comes Matthew Stafford now to lead his offense back out there. Last series, the ball never hit the ground. 6 of 6, touchdown pass, so whatever he did then, do it again, right?
Yeah, it reminds me a lot of when I watch the best quarterbacks throw 7-on-7 or even routes versus air. They're accurate. The receivers catch it. The ball never touches the ground. Or if you want to take it to basketball, a well-executed fast break, right? Pass, 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 finish at the rim, basket. Yeah, ball never hits the ground there either.
That's going to be caught by Pitts. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
I'll give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. He was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
To the air again, Stafford. Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Back to throw. Delgado. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Anthony Schwartz into a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. He's going to float this one deep right side. A high throw there as this is knocked away down to the ground and incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Stafford. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. Delgado. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw. Delgado. He's going to loft one. Deep left side here. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by John Johnson. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime.
Final adjustments being made in the locker room. We're just about set for the second half from Cleveland. And to bring it your way, we go back up to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you. And we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And able to get this out to the 25.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
The Browns drive about to get started. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the...
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Anthony Schwartz, 60 yards. And the Browns come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the second half now.
They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10.
Stafford.
Quick slant, finding Claypool.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Denzel Ward, the number 4 pick in the 2018 draft, making the tackle from his corner spot.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
So here are the Browns to take over. They're trying to get back on track following the loss to Buffalo a week ago. But the good news, they've got the lead right now here in the football 1st and 10. They begin this drive with Chubb. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Well, I've heard you say that so much of being a great inside linebacker is diagnosis. And that time he diagnosed things instantly, made a beeline for the football.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Delgado.
And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones.
Yeah, they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
82 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. From the gun, Delgado.
That's complete, Okure-Bunam. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over it, and they got there to break that one up.
Now the throw pulled in by Anderson. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
This was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. And again, it's Chubb. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating.
And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown.
Anthony Schwartz
there to make the grab. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Out
deploys the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Atlanta prepped and ready for its next possession.
They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who could make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
From the 27, Stafford. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, Stafford. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind. Going to be the total hero. But we did see there the emphasis on it's not just good enough to pick it off anymore.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Anthony Schwartz there to make the grab. And the Browns take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that will extend this big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. And here now come the Falcons. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Play action. Stafford. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles.
That's right. Then gets it with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A big play that time through the air. 39 yards.
I'm seeing a lot of guys shaking their heads on defense right now, particularly in the secondary. And when you see that going on, that is never a good sign. But it's understandable. They've been shredded so far.
They'll run with Chubb. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Chubb, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Delgado. The quick slant caught. Touchdown! Albert Okuegbuna, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini-losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
On 2nd and 10, Stafford. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free. Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column, but as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Throwing again is Stafford.
They get this out wide to Gaskin.
And some space here. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run.
Well, and this is where quarterbacks' passing numbers sometimes get a little bit more inflated than they should, because this is a short little pass, but it goes for big yardage.
From the red zone now, Stafford. And he's going to have the hook up to Gage. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. This is Gaskin on the carry. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Myles Gaskin, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Point after, right down the middle, as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone not a good.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
And they look to finish strong in this fourth quarter. And this is a unit that certainly has turned things around from a week ago. Just a much more productive all-around ball game.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Delgado. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And he'll air this one deep for Anderson.
And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way down to the 26. And a really unbelievable play there on 4th and long.
In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That'll back them up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th. Back to throw. Delgado. That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped it to 1. You ready for a Captain Obvious comment?
Let's go. Going with it.
He had the 5 picks last week. He's got to be much more pleased. Just the 1 interception. They've got the lead here in the 4th. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good, and that will extend this big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Atlanta regains possession of the football. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Stafford. Throw over the middle. Going to be caught here by Pitts. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Now a play fake it at Stafford. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. One last throw here for Stafford. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And